Welcome to our series, designed to help you pass a high-stakes math test. This lesson is about the Pythagorean Theorem.
You can pretty much bet there will be several questions on any high-stakes test that involve the Pythagorean Theorem.
The Pythagorean Theorem is a formula that tells us how the lengths of the sides of a right triangle relate to the length of the slanted side.
With the sides labeled like you see here, with A and B on the straight sides.
A squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. Let's try it with some numbers. If 3 and 4 are on the straight sides, we might be asked to find the length of the slanted side.
Remember, the slanted side is called the hypotenuse.
The Pythagorean Theorem tells us that 3 squared plus 4 squared is equal to c squared.
3 squared is 9. 4 squared is 16. And 9 plus 16 is 25. So we know that c squared is 25.
C squared means c times c. What number times itself is 25?
5 times 5 is 25. You could also say, the square root of 25 is 5.
So, c is 5.
This formula only applies to right triangles.
Let's try another one.
This square in the corner means that this is a right triangle. Right means it has a 90-degree corner, or perfectly square corner.
The Pythagorean Theorem tells us that 1 squared plus 1 squared equals c squared.
And 1 squared is 1.
I happen to know that 1 plus 1 equals 2. But I don't know what number times itself equals 2. But whatever that is, would be the value of c.
We just leave the answer written as a square root. C equals the square root of 2. This example doesn't have a nice whole number as an answer. There are not many sets of 3 numbers where all 3 of the numbers in a Pythagorean formula are nice whole numbers. Our first example is an exception. Here are some of the whole numbers that fit in the Pythagorean theorem, where you don't have a square root in the answer. They use these on tests a lot simply because they come out nicely. Knowing these numbers can help you save time on a test. Let's say one of the straight sides is missing. You just write the formula using the numbers you have and leave the a in it.
Let's look at questions from practice tests.
Here, we are to find the length of the missing side of the triangle.
Pause the video and see if you can get the right answer. If you memorize those Pythagorean triples that often show up on high-stakes math tests, you knew the answer is 8. And you can probably check this in your head. 36 plus 64 equals 100.
If you had to work it out, you label the missing side b. Then b squared plus 6 squared is 10 squared. Solving this, you get 8.
Pause the video and try to work this one. Need a hint? This is the base. And the missing side of this right triangle is the height. If you remember the Pythagorean triple, 3, 4, 5, you know that missing side is 4. If not, you can solve for it. 9 plus b squared is 25. So b squared is 16. You can take it from there.
9 times the missing side of the triangle is 9 times 4, which is 36.